What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And yeah, I've been binge watching the Scooby-Doo movies, so I just got done watching Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, and I won't lie about this one. This is also one that this is my brother's favorite growing up. And this one was one that I had a lot of fun rewatching because of just the way that it goes. The fact that it starts out with a fake monster and mystery, and then it gets into the actual monster and stuff, and it's really cool to think that that a lot of Scooby-Doo movies wind up doing that, but this one does it in a really unique way, and I think this is one of the first ones to do it. And one thing you can actually pretty much say, this is a sequel to Zombie Island, because there's a little scene in the newspaper where you see them unmasking that monster from the beginning of Zombie Island, which I think is a good Easter egg. And one thing I don't understand a little bit though about this movie is how there's a little bit of skepticism for them to believe about the monsters, a real monster existing, even though just in the last movie they just had real monsters. But Scooby-Doo later on gets down the line where I'm not worried about continuity when it comes to Scooby-Doo, but there was some continuity in this movie. Wait, does that say Tim Curry? I have the credits paused over there. I think Tim Curry was in this movie. What? Is that Tim Curry? Did that say Tim Curry? What the heck? Huh. Interesting. This movie does have some scenes of really great animation. There's was one character close to the end of the movie. There's his expressions are all bouncy and everything, and it looks really nice. And it's just really nice the way they do things. This one, we get the intro. I'm pretty sure this is the introduction of the Hex Girls, and they would become a Scooby-Doo staple for later on down the road, which is really freaking cool that they've stuck around this long in the Scooby-Doo franchise. They even appeared in the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated TV series, and I believe they were even in a few episodes of the What's New Scooby-Doo series. And they appear in a few of the movies later on the line too, which is really, really cool. Now this movie it does so much fun with it. And I like when they actually wanted to do a ghost. They did it in an interesting way, and it's really cool to see what they did with some of the situation. And in my opinion, Scooby and Shaggy seem to have a little more to do in this one from the last one. Not that they didn't have much to do in the last movie, but they did seem to be able to have more to do in this one, which is really, really cool. And because I really, really, really do like the gang, and there's a little more there's a lot more, I guess you could say, a little more big of a mystery to this one. Because it turns out that the other one doesn't have as big a mystery but there's I like the fake out, when you think everything's done with the other thing, and then you go learn this other stuff that on the end of the movie. The third act is a really good third act, I really ain't gonna lie. I had so much fun with the third act of this movie, because it's just fun, and you get to see these characters go up against an actual ghost, witch ghost or whatever, which is really cool for them to do that because of the fact a lot of people complain when Scooby-Doo goes up against actual monsters, but I think it's always, for the most part, it's done good when they do it, like with Zombie Island and Witch's Ghost, two of my favorites. It's a lot of fun. It's filled with great characters, and just a lot of the animation is I think this came out a few years after the last one, and it was really an interesting movie. And the Witch's Ghost is just one of those stories where you're actually pretty invested. most of the time, because there's so many likable new characters, and even Ben Ravencroft, which is the character that was added. I believe he's the character that's played by Tim Curry, because I believe that says Tim Curry. But if you guys don't know about my TV, it has the line through the middle. I'm pretty sure that says Tim Curry, though. I could be wrong, but it says... Okay, but the thing is, this movie just, it works very well with what it's given. And because this could have just been very generic, and if you wanted to, you could have combined all this into an episode of a Scooby-Doo show, but they gave it its own full-on movie, which I really did like. And the fact that this is one that was cemented in my childhood, because if I can think of the ones that were cemented in my childhood, like there were other ones I watched in my childhood, but the ones that were cemented in my childhood were Reluctant Werewolf, Ghoul School, Zombie Island, and this one. Those four were the ones that were like really big with me. Like, yeah, there were other ones. Like I watched the Boo Brothers one, and I watched just, like Cyber Chase and Alien Invaders and all that. I love those ones, but from memory, I haven't seen some of those in a long time. But like these four were the ones that like resonated with me the most. And I remember me and my brother would watch The Witch's Ghost so many times, and looking back at it, I think it still holds up. Did I enjoy this one as much as Zombie Island? Probably not, just because it's I did enjoy some of the voice acting a little more in this one, I won't lie. But The Witch's Ghost is still the better one in my... not Witch's Ghost. Zombie Island is still the better one in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, they're both fantastic films. But thing is, I don't think this one's going to get a 5 rating from me. This one's going to get like a... it'll get a 4. A 4 out of 5. Because it's just... It works. There are a few scenes where you're like, worse, but there's nothing really to like hate about this movie. It's not like when I watched Scooby-Doo and Arabian Nights, where I'm like, okay, like it's legit fun and funny, and it has a lot of fun with it, and it knows to take itself seriously, and the big climactic scene at the end is a lot of fun. Them going back and forth to get this book, it's really a lot of fun, and it's very... I'll get to talking about something else later when I get to that Scooby-Doo movie. But I feel like there's one where this kind of scene gets repeated, and it's kind of an homage to that. I'll get to talk to that when I get to it. But the thing is, this movie is so well animated, and it takes enough risks to be new, but you do get some retread, not of some Scooby-Doo stuff we've seen before, but the fact is the setting is pretty... the setting is one of the movie's problems. It feels like a generic setting. Unlike when in the Zombie Island, when they went to Louisiana and it was on an island and all that stuff, or whatever, was really, really neat with that. But with this one, you're just thinking the whole time, like, yeah, we're in a pretty generic location, and no, don't get me wrong, there's also some great spots for comedy here. Like, there's this part where the Hex girls are walking down the road, and Scooby and Shaggy sees them, and they're like, oh, there are girls, and they're like puff up their chests, and like Shaggy slicks back his hair, and he's like, hey girls, and then they hide, and they like also look all scary, and they run away. Like, is that they're fat, like how they eat a lot, like they have like the fat up here in their chest, and then like as soon as they get scared, it just goes right back down to their stomach. And I wish I was like Scooby and Shaggy, because they run for a good 5 minutes to get away from them, and their fat is gone, like a snap. I just snapped 3 times, I don't know why. thing is, this movie is just done in such a unique way. It does feel pretty similar to how Zombie Island is, but this one, for some reason, this one isn't held to as big as a high regard as Witch's Ghost. As Zombie Island. But I don't think it needs to be up there. I think these ones need to be looked separately, because this one does feel kind of like a sequel to it, because like Daphne has her same outfit, her new outfit, and Fred's got a similar outfit to what he had in the last movie. It's not the same, and it's just done really interestingly. But that's all I have to say for this video, guys. I'm about to watch Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. I'm pretty sure that's the next one. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!